Decans. Hi everybody. Yes, we are called Decans now. It's your favorite Abuja mommy vlogger. My name is Deka, Diary of an Abuja Mom. I'm the number one dish. I'm the number one dish kind mama of Abuja, of Nigeria, and of the whole world, and I'm super excited that you're here. Today guys, we're going to be talking about how to turn your house into a home for your marriage to work. Guys, when you go on social media, Instagram, my main focus is Instagram, I see a lot of mothers, you know, write these stories, send these stories to these pages that try to help women, right? And I see a lot of replies. Sometimes I'm like, so I was like, why not bring it to my channel? I've been married for 10 years guys, and I know I'm not a pro, I'm not an expert, I'm not a counselor, as in I don't even be anything in that way. But guys, 10 years is not beans. So in my opinion, I can give you guys 1 or 2 tips that can guide you, that can help you, because guys, I made my own mistakes. I learned a lot, I messed up, I did things that if I gist you guys some things, I'm not gonna even say geez, like Deka, like, but all of them already, you know, say stubbornness. I look like someone that is stubborn, so let me not even try to form like I'm stubborn, but I'm also soft. Like I'm an extreme soft person, and I'm extreme stubborn person, so you can imagine how that works. First thing we're going to be talking about today is marrying well. Let me tell you guys, when you read a lot of people's stories, you'll find out that majority of these women, they saw this small wickedness, you know, in high places, but somehow they're like, oh, when I marry, I'm going to change him. He loves me, so it doesn't matter. Guys, I know people have said this a lot, but I want to emphasize it. Before you get married to somebody, look at how the person treats every other person around them. Their gates man, their brothers, their sisters, their mom, their dad, their friends, random people. These are the little things that matter. It's not about how he treats you, because somebody can lie, somebody can, you know, act funny to you, but the way they treat other people, I feel like that is how you will know how that person will be in the long run. Much as we are praying for our spouse, we're going to churches and, you know, prayer houses to pray for the perfect husband, the perfect man, the perfect pillar, the perfect knight in shining armor. You should be conscious of who you're marrying. Apart from the prayer part of the person is a church goer, yes, the person is very focused at his job, the person is wealthy or rich or doing well, yes, the person is handsome, you know, dude, bloke of the college, yes, very important. But there are so many other things. The person loves me, and love encompasses everything. And does the person love other people, like in general? Like, this is over time, not just one scenario. Like, okay, oh, he was driving, he gave one beggar money, it means he's very kind. No, is it something he does constantly? Is he interested in people's growth? You know, so many basic things that we take as basic but are important. And when the person takes all these things, you will notice that your marriage will be a lot easier. Because let me tell you, when they say for better or for worse, I always say this: for better or for worse is not you against your husband, it is you and your husband against the world. So people always use that phrase to cover up stupidity and whatever else they got. But people say these things, will be like, this couple, they are so perfect, you know, or they'll say, I can't believe this couple divorced, they looked so perfect, they were so perfect. There's no perfect couple. The couples that seem perfect in your eyes are the couples that either they are hiding things, they are trying to cover things up, or they make an effort, they put in this effort to make their marriage work, right? That is one of the things that I learned from my marriage class, and I would advise anyone, if you are like, before you get married, I think you should go to a marriage class. And even though I don't really know what they teach in other marriage classes, but the one I went to, I learned something from my marriage class, and that is, you and your husband are one. Your children are secondary. I'm not saying that you shouldn't love your children, I'm not saying you shouldn't love your family, your brothers and sisters. Of course you love them so much. Why I'm emphasizing on us the women, because I'm a woman telling us women, as a man, if you're watching this, put everything I'm saying in your own way, like as if I'm talking to you as a man, right? Making your marriage to work does not mean you should kill yourself for your marriage. Like, you know how somebody could just the wicked you can they form, oh, it must work, we must die inside. Nope, no pity. For two of you putting in this efforts to make sure it works, because that place where you as the husband they chook eye, if you marry that same woman come your house, you will still go outside. So it's not as if that woman is better than your wife. It is because you are not watering your wife. And how can you water your wife? By helping out. If you're a man and you're not, maybe you don't want to help in the house, you know, because let me tell you, as I've gotten older in life, I've realized that there's some men that don't want to do anything, right? They don't want to help out in any way because they believe they are men, and yeah. But where I will have a problem with you as a man that doesn't want to help in anything is when you hear some women, their husband don't help them, but you're hearing things like, he doesn't still want us to have a help. Like, is it something like it's not losing from your head? That is very, very annoying. So if you're not watering your wife, at least get someone that will help, so that things will be a lot easier, so that you will not be saying, I went to work, I came back home, my wife is just looking dirty, she cannot even make her hair, she's smelling, she's just children. Please be a part of the process of her getting help. Encourage her to get help, so that the load will be a lot more easier on her, and she will be the best wife you can get. As women too, I've heard women that compare their husbands to other people's husbands, and you know the funny thing, you see these women's husbands trying in their own way, like really trying, but somehow their husbands are not doing anything. Someone has even said it to me, where the person was like, your husband didn't even try, my own husband didn't even do anything. And I'm like, really? Like, me, I dey see your husband they do things, so how is your husband not doing anything? So please don't compare yourself to other people. Water your grass and it will be green. Like, number 3 point I'm going to be talking about is peacefulness in your home. Guys, it is very important. Your home should be a place where your family comes to and finds peace, not just your husband, you yourself, your children. So making your home peaceful is just making sure that your home is clean, your home is, you know, you take care of the home, you make sure everything is organized, you make sure your children are well disciplined. So your home is not a home where you come back home, you're screaming, you're shouting, you're complaining. Like, I know we want kids to be kids, so there should be time for everything. I feel like there should be time for everything, and there should be space for mess ups, right? But in general, I feel like we should encourage our children to be well behaved. So mom is back from work and she needs to rest. Your children should be sensible, especially when they have gotten a bit older, to be calm, you know, to understand that mommy needs to rest. So another point that I would like to make is your husband is your priority. That is not to remove your family, your other family, like your parents, your mom, your siblings. That is not to remove them. So you cannot be neglecting your husband, and you want your home to be peaceful. That is why you need to balance. You need to find balance in whatever you're doing, whether you're working, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you are a go outside the house mom, or whatever mom you are. Find time for your husband, find a way for you guys to bond. Make sure that he comes first, make sure that he feels special. When you marry well in the beginning, like how people would normally say marry your friend, when you marry your friend, I feel like these things are easier. If you marry somebody that is not your friend, you guys are just like go here, these things are not going to work. And I'm not going to start judging anybody that is not marrying their friend, in quotes, you know, because everybody has a reason for marrying. So I feel like your husband or your wife comes first before your children. I've seen where a lot of women will say, my children are my life, because my husband can go and remarry. If I die, he can go and do this. At that point where you guys are marrying, at that point when you guys are married in love and in peace, I feel like your spouse should come first before your children. That's if you want to put it in a, you know, hierarchy, like who comes first, who comes second. But you know, we're not doing that. So we're going to love everybody equally and all that for peace, because I know some people are going to come for me. So another point that I say with women, and I don't want to be too harsh, but You and your husband are a team. You guys are not different teams competing for who is going to win whatever you guys are competing for. I've seen where women compete with their husbands, husbands compete with their wives, where men feel bad when their wives are doing really well. And I see women, because we, you know, because of the way we've been socialized, we've always, sometimes we see these men as competitions. We don't even knowingly do it. So we see these men as competition, and we're always trying to hide. You see women that will have something, they'll tell you, yeah, I bought a car, I gave it to my father to be driving, so my husband doesn't know, or I bought a land, though my husband doesn't know about it, I did this one. So what I would advise is, if you are in a good marriage, please don't hide it from your husband. It should even be two of you, like written in two of you's name, not Mr. and Mrs. No, Mr. Kechuku Okore and Mrs. Njideka Okore. That is how it should be written. Just the same way you would want, if your husband buys a property, you would want him to write it in both of you's name. So if you're in a good marriage, you marry a sensible man that has sense, that is not trying to bring you down. Please don't compete. Don't say, you know, people, I always tell you, I've gone through life. You know, some older women will tell you, I've gone through life, I've seen men do these things. Your husband is not anybody's husband. Your husband is your husband, and you know your husband better than anybody. So over time, you've learned him, you've seen what he can be and what he can do, and that will guide you to know whether you are buying land and putting it in two of you's name, or you're buying land and putting it in your name. So like I said, I will advise you, if you have a good husband that has sense, that loves you and is kind, and you know the man is just, he just get brain, the man get brain, please don't start hiding things from him. Except you see this man, that this man, he's somebody that wants to perish you, that wants to finish you. Please hide where I will even help you and hide. Let me not lie. So another thing I'm going to be talking about is spicing things up in your marriage. So a lot of people are very that's how I am, that thing they pain me. Yes, we all say it, but that thing they pain me. When like, it's more painful when another person is saying it. Let me not lie. That's how I am, that's how I am, that's how I am. Please, I am that I am. As you are yamming and potatoing and tomatoing, marriage, you're supposed to give 100. You're supposed to give everything. You're not supposed to give 50 and say the 50 is how I am. No, in marriage you have to learn how to can. You must can. Talk about things, spice things up. Don't be, because next thing that you not start saying, my wife is now dressing like old woman, my wife is now my husband is now this. No, talk about things, what you like, because over time things have changed. The things I liked when I was younger is not the same things I like now. Guys, I was looking at my old pictures and I noticed that I used to rub one kind of nonsense pink purplish lipstick. Like when I look at myself, I was like, what they do me, who been curse me? Do you get? Over time, it just means that people change, your mentality change, your ideas change. So this is something that you guys should be talking about once in a while. Try and communicate and comprehend. You that are communicating to comprehend. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about, which I think is the number 6 point, is learn from other couples, learn from other people, single, married. Guys, anybody that knows me personally will tell you something. I'm very observant. That is a gift I got from my dad. I learned from people a lot. That is how my marriage has worked till 10 years, because it's not only me, learned from people, have learned from my mistakes. Like some people think that they need to experience, like experience is the best teacher. Sometimes you don't need to experience it. You've seen how this person did this, you've seen how this person did this, and it did not work. Please don't do it, so that you don't create problems for yourself, for your relationship, for your marriage. Pick the good things from people, whether single, married. Oh, see how this girl dresses, she's a single girl, she dresses nice, let me try and incorporate it. Oh, see how this man does, let me try and learn from him. Oh, see how this woman cooks, and the food is always delicious. When I go to her house, the food is always yummy. Learn from me. Don't say, that's how I know how to cook, that is how I learned how to cook. Let me give you an instance. Growing up, we learned how, the way my mom cooks egusi soup is frying egusi. That is how we learned it, and it comes out really nice. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that there are other ways to make egusi that is more delicious than the one I grew up eating. And guys, I make it now. Even when my mom came for Ola's Omugo, I made egusi soup for her, and she was like going crazy for it. So You cannot keep saying, oh, that is how, like I said earlier, I am that I am. You are not I am that I am. It's only God that is I am that I am. You have to change. Even God wants you to grow, to learn, to be better, you know. Don't watch this video and be like, Deka, what are you they form? Why are you feeling like your marriage is the best? Nope, my marriage is not the best. My marriage is the best for me. And that is because I am my husband. We work in it to make sure it works. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Yeah, love this video. Let me know that you love this video, and I think maybe I missed something. Please leave it in the comment section. And if you like me to do any other video pertaining whatever, marriage, friendship, family, whatever, let me know in the comment section. I love you guys so much for watching this video. Until my next one, bye.